Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at a stock which I have my eyes on quite heavily this morning. It is ticker FN. Now this is a trade that I entered last week and I was going against the stock. I was shorting on this stock. Now the reason for that is because when we look at the actual price action for this one in the past couple of weeks, we see that massive rise in price. So I have one short around 152, another one at 156 and another one around 158. Obviously the stock has seen a rise since, but now we're starting to see it drop. And that's what happens with these stocks quite often. When they start to drop, they seem to drop quite heavily. With this one being down today by over 3% already, and bear in mind we're only early into the day. Now, I'm not saying that this stock is going to absolutely decline massively today, but what I'm saying is I see this stock as one which has seen a massive gain, and now we could be seeing it start to reverse and the trend could be pointing downwards for this stock. So before we look at why I believe this is, let's look at why the stock is up so heavily in the first place. Because when we look out on the chart, especially over the past month, say, we can see this stock is up huge. We see that big jump from around 116 all the way to well over 160. So this went to 162.90 at its highs, and you can see now it's starting to come down a little bit. And the reason for that is because the stock had very good earnings. Now, if we have a look, before the market opened on August the 21st, this company reported its results for its fourth quarter earnings, and we can see that this was pretty good. We saw earnings per share of 186 and revenue of 655.87 million, and this beated the analysts' estimates, which were earnings per share of 180 and sales of 641.41 million. Now what we saw here is, since this, a lot of analysts bumped their price targets up, anticipating that this stock could be valued at 190, 160, even 200 I've seen as an analyst estimate. And I believe that this is something which is possibly the case. But you have to remember here that when I talk about stocks for a potential trade, I'm not really talking about the long-term aspirations and aspects of these companies. I'm talking about what we've seen on the short term and mainly on the technicals. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be the solitary day where we see this stock decline massively, but we are now looking at a potential trend reversal with this stock. When we zoom out to the 2-hour chart, when we zoom out to the 1-day chart as well, we can see this stock has been dropping since basically Friday, and now we see this massive gap down into Tuesday, obviously today, and this could indicate a trend reversal. So what we're looking for in this one is for it to continue to drop. If we drop below the lows that we've seen previously, those being at 153 and then the next one down being around the 151.88 mark, we could be seeing a complete trend reversal on this stock. And again, with it being up so high on news, which is significant, but arguably not as much as what warrants this price rise, I believe it is possible that we could be seeing some trend change. So if you are looking to enter this one, of course, urge on the side of caution. Nothing is certain in the stock market, but what we are looking at here is a stock which has had difficulty breaking above the 163 mark for a considerable amount of time, and now we're starting to see a couple of days where this stock is declining. When we zoom out a little bit further to the 1-week chart, we are possibly seeing that potential for a change here. Now you have to remember we are on the first trading day of this week, but throughout this week this is a stock that I'm going to keep my eyes on quite heavily. So thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this coverage of FN.